Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Your offense. Upon his successful plea to that charge, count one would be dismissed. There is no objection, I'm presuming on behalf of the people, to credit for time served since he's been incarcerated over a year.
Yes, Your Honor. I have 730 days credit time served as number.
Okay. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Mack, can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Swear to God.
Okay. Mr. Mack, you can state your name again for me, please.
Ryan A. Smack.
Okay, you can put your hand down. All right. Mr. Mack, it's this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading no contest to the charge of aggravated assault. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and a $1,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you understand what a no contest plea is?
Means that my attorney speaks for me.
Okay. Here's the first thing that a no contest plea means is it means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest the charge of aggravated assault. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. The other thing that you need to understand is that I will be reading the police report, taking those facts as true to form the basis for the plea. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The other thing you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court would treat you the same as though you had pled guilty to the charge. You understand that?
Should my attorney speak for that one?
Mr. Mack, when we met yesterday, I discussed how the no contest plea is the same in ways in terms of the criminal case as pleading guilty. However, it protects you civilly. So that's why we were recommending the no contest plea. So you understand that the court is going to go forward the same as if you had pled guilty, but you're just pleading no contest.
Correct.
Okay, you understand that, Mr. Mack?
Yeah.
Okay. And understanding that, do you still wish to plead no contest?
Correct.
Okay. To the charge of aggravated assault, how do you plead?
No contest.
All right. Now you understand that by pleading no contest, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Right.
Okay. Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel them to attend. You're also giving up your right to see, hear, and question witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. And you're also giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that you're giving up all of those rights?
Yes, I do.
All right. You understand that you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
No.
Okay. If you don't like the fact that you have a conviction in this case, or that you don't like the sentence that's imposed, you have to ask permission of the higher court, which in this case would be the circuit court, to appeal either your sentence or conviction. You couldn't do it automatically. Do you understand that?
Uh-huh. No contest.
I'm sorry? What was your answer?
No contest.
Okay,
Mr. Mack,
yes, go ahead.
I apologize. Mr. Mack, when we talked yesterday, we talked about how when there's a trial, you have a automatic right to have a higher court review what happened in the case because you had a trial. But because you're having a plea, you'd have to get permission to have a higher court review your case. Do you remember talking about that yesterday? And do you understand that?
I don't believe we talked about that.
I didn't hear his response.
Okay, we may not have talked, you may not remember us talking about it, but I just explained it now. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, that worked. All right. Are you on probation, Mr. Mack? Well, let me ask you this way. Mr. Mack, you're not on probation, are you?
I'm Andrew I.
All right. And you're also not on parole, that's correct?
Right.
All right. Mr. Mack, other than reducing the charge and there being no objection to time served, has anybody promised you anything else to get you to plead no contest?
No,
All right. Has anybody threatened you in any way to get you to plead no contest?
no,
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, I have been provided Michigan Department of State Police report and have reviewed same for their case number 4325-20. Any objection to the court having reviewed that report?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Upon a review of that report, the court does find that there is a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine the defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of no contest to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed pursuant to that plea agreement. I'm not going to send him. I'll sentence him. This would normally go to Judge Freshour, but I don't think she's going to mind me doing that, and it'll save everybody time. Well, I don't know if I can do that. I can't do that because it's a victim's rights case. Okay. But Mr. Mack, I have to explain one other thing to you because I skipped it because I was going to do an immediate sentence on this case. Mr. Mack, you understand that while I'm taking your plea, I took your plea in this case, that I will not be your sentencing judge, and that you'll be sentenced before Judge Freshour in the 14A4 District Court. You understand that, sir?
Is it a male or female?
Pardon?
Is it a girl or a guy? The judge.
I didn't understand.
Mr. Mack, Judge Freshour is a female. And so the judge is just explaining that your next court date will be in front of a different judge. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand. I just understand why it's not settled today.
Why it's not settled today?
Correct.
Okay, because the case I was going to, but the case is a victim's rights case. So the victim in this case has to be contacted, and they have certain rights in terms of what they can tell the court that may go into a sentence that's imposed in this case.
All right.
Okay, you understand that?
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, a pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A4 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
September 5th at 1 p.m.
September 5th, 2023, 1 p.m. before Judge Freshour. Bond in this case will continue. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mack.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
You do the same.
Right.
Court calls the case People versus Zachary Grimsley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Marie Rosinski on behalf of the people, seeking permission to practice pursuant to Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Caitlin Kirby.
Permission to practice is granted. She was a little late on the camera, but that's okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Zachary Ward, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Grimsley. Mr. Grimsley, can you please state your name?
Zachary Grimsley.
All right. Okay, what are we doing in this case?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've touched base with Mr. Grimsley this morning, and he indicated to me that he has retained counsel, Christopher Metry. However, my office hasn't received a substitution. I tried to contact Mr. Metry this morning and wasn't able to get a hold of him. I'd requested adjournment so we could figure out the situation on Mr. Grimsley's attorney.
All right. Mr. Grimsley, is that correct? You've retained counsel?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. Did you let them know you had a court date today or?
Yes, I did. It was very recently that this counsel was retained, so that might have been the slip up.
I got you. All right. You don't have any objection to me adjourning these proceedings so your attorney can be in?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn the probable cause conference to September 7th, 2023 at 9 a.m. or as your Zoom invite indicates. Defendant's bond will continue. So you can let your attorney know that date and hopefully they can get everything set and get to discovery and everything. All right, sir?
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your court does call the case. People versus Orlando Austin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Good morning.
This is Mr. Warren.
Good morning, Your Honor. I believe that there should have been a motion. No, I'm sorry. Actually, yes, there should have been a motion filed to have our.
Yes, to withdraw.
Yes.
I, however, I'm asked about Ms. Julian's appointed, but not available today.
Oh, okay. My understanding in our office was contacted by the MAC office, Mr. Brown, that I granted the public defender's motion to withdraw. The MAC office appointed Ms. Erica Julian, but she was not available today. And the court's understanding was that the public defender would be, because of that, asking for an adjournment on behalf of Mr. Austin.
Okay, no problem then, Your Honor. Your Honor, because of the conflict, which was late discovered in this case, we didn't get the discovery until very recently. We are unable to zealously represent Mr. Austin. We'd ask that our case that we be withdrawn and that new counsel be appointed. Further, we'd ask for an adjournment so that new counsel can be brought up to date on this.
Okay. And I think all the paperwork is all in place for that. Mr. Austin, do you understand that, sir?
I believe so.
Okay. The public defender can't represent you. The managed assigned counsel office has appointed Miss Erica Julian to represent you, but she's not available today. So I'm going to put your case over so that she can come down and talk with you, get the discovery, and have everything in order. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. How long are you going to be in custody, do you think? Is it the next 2 weeks at least?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then let me put it over a couple weeks so that hopefully we can have a productive session. That would be what? The 7th. All right. So probable cause conference in this case will be adjourned to September 7th, 2023, 9 a.m. Is the 31st 1 week out? Is that the deal? Got it. Okay. All right. Bond on this matter will continue. Thank you, Mr. Austin.
Thank you.
Calls the cases of People versus Shinari Rush. 2 cases.
Alexander on behalf of the people.
Zachary Ward on behalf of Mr. Rush and file 17 FB 1756.
Your character is on the other case.
She's just got to find her so I can draft her.
There's a motion on this at 3, right?
That is correct.
On both cases or just one?
I have just the PD cases.
Ms. Garrett Carragher? Really?
Your Honor, I did touch base with Ms. Garrett Carragher yesterday and sort of got a sense of what was going on. And I think she was planning on just having her case track the case with the bond motion. That was my understanding in my conversation with Ms. Carragher. I don't know if we want to just adjourn it to 3 p.m. today with the motion.
Yes, I put both over till 3 o'clock. All right. Why don't I do that? Hearing no objection to that, we'll hear both of these cases at 3 o'clock today.
My apologies, Your Honor. Zoom is doing something weird. I am here.
It's Zoom. Okay, blame that.
It is.
Anyway,
And yes, Your
we
Honor.
put both cases over to 3:00.
Okay, because I was going to ask for an adjournment, Mr. Williams.
Okay, so we'll put both over till 3:00 and then, depending on what happens, we'll figure out where we go from there.
Okay, sounds good. I apologize again.
Okay. Thank you. Clerk calls the case, People versus.